I'm Dr. Charlie Ferrer, the founder of Cancer Tamer and the creator of Breast Cancer Diaries. So one word to describe what I felt when I was first diagnosed with breast cancer? Fear and sadness.
When I first found out I had cancer, I was so fearful.
The first time I heard the news, I was just very scared, sad, just worrying about my children, basically. What would happen to them if I weren't here.
One word to describe the day I was diagnosed, punked. I thought that when the doctor called and just flat out just told me that it was breast cancer and didn't ask if I could come in or if it was a safe place to discuss or if I was sitting down or anything like that, just told me straight up it was breast cancer. I just thought it was a joke.
My name is Amanda, and when I first got the call that I had breast cancer, it was shocking. I cried, I let it out, I was angry, I had a flood of emotions, and I took a deep breath and I said to my doctor, what do we do? Where do we start? Let's just get this ball rolling.
My name is Richard. I'm Amanda's husband. Amanda's a wonderful mother and wife and also my best friend. And she's young, she's only 33. First thought that I'll just be there for her every step of the way.
I was sort of surprised, but not exactly, because I felt myself that there was something wrong. And my husband said, you better go take care of yourself because you know there's something wrong. Now we have to do the cancer trip. And whatever it is, that's what we have to do. I've been free of cancer for 2.5 years.
My name is Fran. And the first reaction that I had when I was diagnosed was darkness. It seemed like it was a very dark time.
My name is Arnaldo Silva, and I'm a 9 years male breast cancer survivor. What's one word to describe how I felt? Scared and wondering how much time I had left.
One word to describe my husband's experience when he had breast cancer would probably be uncertainty.
The way I felt when I found the news about my mother being diagnosed, at first it was devastated, like why her out of all people, and just trying to cope with those feelings and understand exactly what was going on.
And my first thought was, how am I going to tell my sons and my mother? I'm going to die, because most people think like that. And it took me a while to get out of that mindset.
My name is Anna. I am Deborah's daughter-in-law, soon to be. And when she first got the diagnosis, I was very confused because Deborah's very healthy. She takes care of herself. She tries to take care of everybody around her. And then it made me realize that breast cancer touches absolutely anyone and everyone.
When I heard about my daughter, I was devastated.
My one word to describe my diagnosis. You know what? My feeling was more than just one word. I'm gonna get through this.
My name is Amanda Rose Benjamin, and I've known many family members and friends that have had breast cancer, and when they first told me, I was very scared for them and the process that they were going to have to go through.
My name is Maribel. I am a 27-year survivor of breast cancer. The day that I was diagnosed, I was taken back by surprise, but then yet I wasn't surprised because breast cancer runs in the family.
The one word I would use to describe my experience is shock. It was just total shock.
I knew that my life was going to change again. My whole life, got damaged.
Disbelief.
Hi, my name is Claudia Gallo. I'm from Colombia, and I had breast cancer twice. Well, in the first reaction that I feel that I was like dying, and I have no hope, and I was all by myself. And the second time, I was waiting to heal myself.
I met Claudia Gallo post-cancer. So this is new waters that I was navigating.
One word to describe my feelings when I got diagnosed is I thought I was a freak. So freak would be the word.
Okay, my name is Joan Galati. So hello. And I was diagnosed in 2016, stage 3 breast cancer. And when they told me that I needed my breasts removed
and chemotherapy and radiation. I was totally devastated, in shock. I actually turned around and said, "Are you talking to me?"
My family was my biggest motivator. I wanted to be there for them. I didn't want to leave them. I didn't want to leave this earth. And it's making me tearful, but my daughter to this day will say, "You're going nowhere." So I had to get through it, and they helped me through it.
The thing that motivates me is my grandson. I gotta be there for him.
I'm a mom of 2 beautiful girls, 6 years old and 1 year old, and they are what keep me going every day. My husband, he keeps me strong, he keeps me motivated, he helps me so much, and they're the reason that I keep going.
What motivates me? Family. Knowing that I have a daughter on the way. I need to make sure that I am here for her.
This is one of my inspirations that made me know that I couldn't give up, no matter how I felt. I had to keep moving forward.
What motivated me was my family and my desire to get through it, to be there for them.
There are a lot of things in life that motivate me. I'm an 8-year male breast cancer survivor, and the fact that with the Male Breast Cancer Coalition, we're getting the word out that men have breast cancer too, and that we live with breast cancer, we die from metastatic breast cancer just like women. Although we're only 1% of the breast cancer population, it sucks to be in that 1% of the population. And there's 2,670 men diagnosed every year with some form of breast cancer. We're losing 500 of our brothers every year because of the latter stages of their diagnosis. So it motivates me to get the word out and to make sure that men are aware that they can get breast cancer too.
What motivates me is my husband. He has passed away, and he was a 41-year educator, and I know that he would want me to continue educating people and to let them know that men do get breast cancer.
What's my motivation is to maybe be alive, to see this disease get beat.
It's really nice to get to meet other people, and it gives you motivation because then you connect. As long as you have people and you connect and you're out there, and I call them my cancer sisters, I think it's very important that people do that, because you can't just stay home and be by yourself. You have to be out there. You have to be your own activist and your own social worker, because that's the only way you're going to be positive and be strong.
What I keep me motivated was to do what I like the most. Paint. I love it. I just love it. Cooking. I sing to that. I work in affirmations. I just enjoy life, and that makes me happy and healthy.
So what inspired me to move forward? I guess I didn't want to give up. I didn't want my life to end without having done something special, something big.
I didn't want to die. That's number one. I had a lot of other things I wanted to do. I know I'm old, but I'm not that old to think that I'm old. You know, I'm 74, but it's okay to be 74. And at the time I was 72 when I was diagnosed, and I really want to be 82 and 92.
When I got hit with this news that, you know, my life was being threatened, basically, I felt that I had to be strong, because I had to be an example for my children, that if they ever had to battle something that was very difficult, that they could think of me and say, you know, Grandma, she did it. She fought, and she had a positive attitude, and she made it.
So I believe what motivated me was I live for my sons, Stefan and Jordan, and my mother, Lee. That compelled me to get out of bed, because you know, you always want to hide under the covers when you get such bad news. And on top of that, to live for myself. Maybe this was a second chance, you know, oh, maybe this was a wake-up call to take care of myself.
Something I wish somebody that would have said to me when all this started was just be prepared in your mind. Your mind is a very powerful thing when you're dealing with stuff like this. And you have to have that mind prepared to do it. And if you don't have your mind prepared, you're in bad shape.
I wish someone had told me more about being there for someone else experiencing this, because I'd never realized that how much people go through, and with your doctor visits and with the pains and problems that you might have physically and mentally.
What I wish they would have said to me was, we're your friends, we're here for you, we understand what you're going to go through. And it wound up to be just the opposite. My friends slowly disappeared on me, and I couldn't really rely on them for support. That was the hardest thing. And I reached out to a support group, and that's where I made my friends.
The one thing I wish I would have been told was that even after treatment, therapy, and all that, we're still married to that world. It's become a part of our life. Between the cancer treatments to even the advocacy not that we're doing now, it's a world that is forever included into our lifestyle.
I wish somebody would have said that there'll be some light at the end of the tunnel and that things will be all right.
I wish other people would have been more open about male breast cancer. If I was speaking to another wife, I would certainly let her know all the knowledge that I have gained in the last 8 years. I would recommend for her to be reaching out to other people for support, companionship, and above all, just loving care.
What I want people to know about breast cancer is that it does not discriminate. It is not just a woman's disease and does not know gender. Men get breast cancer too.
I wish at the time that people would have told me that everything was going to be okay, because it's such so much unknown, that there was going to be light at the end of the tunnel.
I wish they would have told me that I would make it through, and just keep praying, and no matter what, keep fighting for your kids, and you would make it through, no matter what. You fall, get back up.
I think it's important to focus on the goodness of the world, and it's important to notice and be aware of the beauty that's all around us. Because if you seek it out, there's no way you won't see it. I see it in my daughter's eyes. I see it in my children's laughter. My boys, Josh, Matt, Kate, they're wonderful. They're wonderful human beings, and that helps me to want to stay here and be there for them.
One of the things that I wish if somebody will tell me, not to be scared and have hope. That's the key.
I would just like Claudia to know that I'm in love with Claudia's soul.
Oh, honey.
I'll just be there.
I would want someone newly diagnosed to know that there is a lot of help out there. There was a lot of support out there.
Something that's really important is that you're not alone. There are so many groups and people out there that are going to help you, and although you think you're alone, there's always people that can give you advice, and people who have been through the process. It might not be the same exact process you've been through, but just be open to listening to others and reaching out, because there is help.
If you're just diagnosed recently, there's going to be different feelings that you're going to go through. You might be upset, you're fearful, you're depressed. That's okay. But then you give yourself a week or two, and after that, get your ass up and do what you have to do to stay alive. Because that's the name of the game. You have to stay alive. For whoever, for yourself, for your family. It's important. It's hard, and it's a hard road. But the only way is to educate yourself and then to advocate and fight for what you want. If you don't approve or don't like what's going on, Either you change doctors or you educate yourself a little bit more so you can talk about what you want to do. That's very important. And you're going to feel lonely. Even having a family, you might feel lonely because they're not in your shoes. And that's why I think support groups help a lot, or hanging out with people that have the same thing going on in their life. Because that's your family sometimes, because they really understand what's going on. And I'm glad I have my faith, because when everything else is gone in life, that's all you have is your faith. So I feel blessed. I love the people that I've met and that I've encountered, and with my own family, I'm blessed.
What I would say to others is be your own best advocate. Know your body. If you feel that something is wrong, go to the doctors. Don't wait for 7 years like I did. Don't let a doctor tell you, oh, it's nothing. They are still practicing and learning medicine as it evolves themselves. Go to a doctor. If they tell you no, go to another doctor until you get the answer that you feel comfortable with.
What I would say to other wives is, when in doubt, just have your husband go get a mammogram, be checked, and be on the safe side.
I want to say to other people, please go to the hospital if you feel something is wrong. Don't be afraid of cancer.
What I would say to others, I would tell them, as a man, go get your breast checked, make it part of your physical. It could be nothing, but it could save your life.
There's people that have problems with their child with breast cancer. I would tell them, don't give up, keep going, looking, and second and third opinions with other doctors. Don't just stick with the first answer.
Well, to my wife, that I'll have her back, and we'll get through this together.
You got this! So if I could impart some advice on maybe another family member, could take this negative experience and turn it into something positive to help others. So that's something I'm so grateful that at least my mother found Cancer Tamer, and she was able to really turn this negative experience into something that wound up helping a lot more people. So we thank Dr. Charlie as well, and that would be my advice, is go through the emotions, experience them, and then figure out what you're going to do with this experience. What is the purpose of why you're experiencing it, so that it's not in vain.
What I would say to others is there's no embarrassment in having breast cancer. It's a person's disease.
So what I would tell another son whose mother got diagnosed with cancer is that the number one, you should just be there for her along the way, and try to understand what's going on, because you might not understand everything at first, and just be there, stay motivated, try to get, if you have other family members, try to get them involved as well, but the most important thing is just being there for that person and trying to help them cope with everything that they're going through.
So one thing I want everyone to know is that it's been around for so many years and it's still here, and we need to do something about it. We need to be proactive. We need to, girls, if you're young, even as young as I am, check your breasts. Go to the gynecologist, have them check your breasts. And scientists out there, please find something. And if you find it, get it out. Even if the huge pharma doesn't want it out, get it out, because women are dying.
So what would I say to others that were going through this? I would say wake up every day with something new to show for your life. Do everything and anything that scares you. Go out and jump off a cliff and skydive. Try new things, because if you don't do it now, when will you do it?
My message of hope for others is to take care of themselves. You need to be your own advocate. And when in doubt, you check it out.
My message of hope is that no man ever walks alone.
I came across a quote by Gracie Allen, of all people. And the quote is, don't put a period in your life where God only meant to put a comma. This was just going to be a giant pause in my life. It wasn't going to be the end.
My message of hope is that I want to be alive so I can hear the words that this disease has been conquered, so people don't have to go through what we've been through.
To truly focus on the goodness and the beautiful part of life. Because when you go through this, I mean, people just show up to help you. People guide you, people protect you. For me, hopefulness is prayer. So I was able to pray my way through. And every time someone said they were praying for me, I got so excited. I'm like, thank you. And I really, I felt it in my heart and in my soul that those are the things, the simple things. The hugs, the kisses, the dancing with my daughter, my children, my boys, being there for me and just talking me through, and my sister who sat with me through treatment. Those were the big and little things that were just so important.
My message of hope would be that life goes on and life is what you make of it.
The message of hope that I would give to others is that we are changing the world one by one, and bringing men's voices into this is making a huge impact around the world.
My message of hope is that with early detection, that it can be beat. You can survive this.
Well, whoever gets to see this, my message is that you are not alone.
The message I want to give is to never give up. Keep fighting, keep persevering. We have a strong community of men, women, trans, LGBT, everyone. This is a battle everyone's going through, so just stay strong and be there for each other, and always remember the light is always ahead. So keep going, keep pushing.
So find whatever helps you to cope, what makes you happy, what gives you inspiration, and a way of just celebrating your life every day.
If we all work together, we can change the world.